What's up, guys? We are going back into Dark Visions 26, the final boss, for kind of a gimmicky strat. Unfortunately, we have to do a gimmick strat to compete with the gimmicky Rikku strat, but it's non-Rikku. It's this team. It is based on Bahimi forcing cover on the boss. Well, to back up a sec. So this is RNG in whether or not you get both minions summoned by the burst turn. We're going for a turn 5 burst. So there's, minion summoning RNG and then weapon variants RNG. There's no counter RNG though, at least. And this, like I said, could be competitive with the Rikku team. I think my highest burst was 24 billion. So I'm sure if you had an EX3 Yuffie and EX3 Pain, you could do a lot better. If you had, Ibarra's, the new Ibarra's vision card. I know it's only day 2 from her being out, but if you're whaled out and, this could potentially be a Rikku team, if you had that card maybe, and EX3 of everyone, but anyway. But yeah, so this only works with AoE tag chainers too. So basically what it's doing is Bahimi forces the boss to cover for the minions, and she's covering the AoE attacks from the tag chainers, which basically triples their damage because they're doing damage for all 3 ads, or all 3 enemies. It only works with tag chainers. If you try normal AoE chainers, the chain breaks. It only works with not unmitigated, or it wouldn't work. Wouldn't work with unmitigated damage or attacks that ignore cover. So unfortunately, Pain's shifted LB. Part of it is racially based. So that does ignore cover, apparently. But the other half, the stronger part, at least, is just a normal LB. So anyway, we'll go through gearing here. Everyone needs at least 30% lightning resist. They need better than 0% dark resist and better than negative 50 wind resist in the form that they're in on turn 2. So, anyway. So, Yuffie base form, just Lion Emblem. If you don't have multiple copies of Lion Emblem, just, you can drop it from her and you'd be fine. Shift form, just went all in on her. So, she's max human, max LB. All the Magister stuff, chain cap accelerator. So there we go. And the cog vision card. Pain, base form, some resistances. Titus's garb, Titus's spirit, Lion Emblem. If you do have it, just prioritize her. Actually, no, I retract that. If you do have Lion Emblem, put it on Yuffie. If you have a second copy, put it on Pain. If you have a third copy, then you can put it on Chizuru. But anyway, so yeah, resistances, Titus's garb, Titus's spirit, a lot of LB fill rate, and LB fill per turn. Otherwise, Titus's STMR. Shift form, just all in on her. So max human, max LB. A lot of chain cap accelerator. So there's that. Chizuru, cool smile card, some resistance. Lion Emblem. She can drop Titus's spirit. She does need manufactured nethicite. If you don't have that, You can try Sword of Kings. I don't know if that'll kill the minions or not now that they have mitigations. I guess the only other option is to put her on Carbuncle, but she'd lose a lot of killers. Just to reflect Graviga on turn 3. If you don't have Manufactured Nethicite, you could just play more RNG and just hope that the Reaper summons on turn 1 and that you don't get the Beast until turn 3. Then you wouldn't even have to worry about canceling out Graviga or reflecting it. So anyway, but shift form, I geared her as best as I can with what I had left over. So max human, max LB. So there's that. Chain cap accelerator. Melissa, if you ever EX2, you can ignore the LB fill stuff. Mine's only EX1, so just death immunity, stop and charm immunity, and passive provoke. Some LB cost reduction down. I think I put, yeah. She has Crimson Butterfly for high tide, not the evasion. And Call the Wild just to get her LB by turn 2. And a lot of MP, a high MP card. I think there's some MP cost reduction on that card too, and some refresh. So there's that. Gilgamesh, he's our breaker. So Titus is STMR, 2 double hand build with a katana, max human, max LB. Actually, he can equip throwing weapons. We're getting Man-Eater and LB damage from that katana. I don't know that there's a good substitute for that. I mean, we have World Champion. It's got some LB damage, but that's gonna kill his Man-Eater. I don't really have the equipment or the slots to give him more Man-Eater. Yeah, we'll just stick with the katana build on him. Which this is, whose STMR is this? I forget. X-Star and Cleom. Yeah, it's got some LB damage and human killer. So anyway, he's max on those. EX2 would obviously be better, but you work with what you got. And Bahimi, just evasion with some resistances in the base form. Shift form, actually tried to gear him for human killer. It just, yeah, his stats are just not there. But anyway, it is what it is. So anyway, I'm gonna cut the video here since there is RNG on the summons, and just, edit in a run where I get both minions by turn 5. So I'll be back in a sec. All right, attempt number 8 today of trying to get both minions summoned. Okay, so turn 1, Yuffie does her base form LB for weapon in peril. Pain can Rallying Cry. Chizuru can Breezy Barrier, Eastern Winds, and then Staunch Samurai for some LB for on Melissa. Melissa can Bar Darkja for the Dark Resist and LB fill. Shared Immunity for some ailment resistance and break resistance. And Chronic Flow for LB fill. Gilgamesh can start singing. And Bahimi can put up cover. Okay, so turn 2. Melissa should be full at this point, so she can just LB on herself. If she wasn't full, you could use, whoever has lion emblem to help fill her up the rest of the way. But, yeah, don't really need that. So Yuffie, Pain, actually Yuffie can just fill her own LB gauge this turn. Pain and Chizuru can just guard, and Bahimi can reapply cover. Okay, so this is the turn where you have to start dealing specific elemental damage to proc whatever counter you want. So Pain's base form LB is naturally dark, and we want to, dark counter. So we're going to base form LB with Pain. Chizuru can... Oh, Yuffie and Chizuru. Yuffie can Rallying Cry if you have that on her. If the cat was summoned this turn, you would Nethicite with Chizuru, or summon Carbuncle, or use the Sword of Kings skill, but the cat's not here, so she can just Rallying Cry. You would want to do, if you're going to do Manufactured Nethicite, do that as the very last action. But anyway, Melissa is going to Bar Darkja for some LB fill on Pain, and then Abyssal Blessing for the rolling Dark Ant. Bahimi can just reapply cover this turn. And then you would Nethicite or Rallying Cry or whatever with Chizuru last. So let's go cat. There we go. Only 8 tries to get both minions summoned. Okay. Alright, turn 4. Pain is going to Typhus of Spirit. Chizuru is going to triple. We can just do either Breezy Barrier or Eastern Winds. Or Staunch Samurai. I guess we'll just do that. Then we'll do Focused Body for a defense buff on Bahimi for his damage, and then Focused Strength for everyone else's damage. Bahimi this turn can shift, and we'll wait on him for a sec. Gilgamesh this turn can AoE Elemental Imperil, AoE Break with Bushido Universe, and then do an LB Mod Boost for himself. So Yuffie this turn can shift now that we've dealt dark damage. I mean, it got miraged, but that counts as dealing dark damage. She can Earth Amp, Earth Imperil, and then LB Mod. Make sure you're targeting the boss. Bahimi this turn can just punch a couple times, and then Generations of Behemoth onto the boss. And Melissa this turn can just Bar Darkja a couple times just to help fill Pain if she's not full. And then Human Killer onto Pain. Okay, time to burst. So Melissa is going to Seconds of Support to Chizuru, human killer to Yuffie. And then just literally whatever else we can do. Minutes of Might, I guess. Gilgamesh is going to SLB. Behemoth is going to triple Mirror of Equity to chain with Gilgamesh. Pain's going to shift and LB. Yuffie is going to shift at LB, and Chizuru can shift and LB. So I forget if I mentioned it, but the racial part of God, that's a loud helicopter. The racial part of Pain's LB ignores cover, so you're going to see some hits on the enemies, but the stronger part of her LB at least is going to hit the boss. So, yeah, target the boss. We're going to send Behemoth and Gilgamesh first, wait a second or two, then send Chizuru, wait a second, and then send Pain and Yuffie. So let me double check, make sure the boss is targeted. Yep. So 23.7. So lower than my, top run, but that gives you an idea of the rotation at least. Unfortunately, like I said, it is a bit of RNG, trying to get both minions summoned on the burst turn, but it's less RNG than, counters, I guess. So anyway, there it is. It's, yeah, not, like I said, not a Rikku buster, but at least it's a little competitive with the Rikku team. So anyway, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.